Oh, hey guys, all of you out there that have some problems, and you know what kind of problems I'm talking about. We're talking about knife addiction. It's a serious problem. It's it's not a joke. You know, the one thing for sure though, my wallet stays really light. Really, I mean, it's just like it probably weighs less than this, a lot less. Oh my God. And so many of you out there are going, would you stop? I keep buying knives and it's all your fault. Well, blame it on me. Hey, you got to blame it on somebody. And here we go, the Wee knife. Hey, at least this is the, I mean, you like to say affordable version of a Wee knife. Yeah, it's their affordable line, which, you know, affordability is all very relative, isn't it? Comes in a zipper pouch. It's a liner lock flipper. Okay, got to flip the knife in the first minute, or you're fired as a knife reviewer. D2 steel on the blade, and that's what it says right there. See, I promise you, that's what it says. Blue titanium hardware. And who puts blue with green? I don't know. I would have not really thought about that, but it works. In fact, I got a buddy who's got a ZT801 that he sent to Thai Survival down in Florida, and they did a blue and green on his 801, and it's beautiful. I mean, I wouldn't have thought about it, but blue titanium hardware, green G10 scales, and these are fairly smooth. This is not like sandpaper rough. So it is fairly smooth. Not a lot of traction here, but you know, it's fairly thick, so it's really good in the hands. You got jimping up on top of here on this thumb ramp, a Tanto, modified Tanto blade, whatever. Stonewash, really nice stonewash finish on here, so it's not a fingerprint magnet. God, these are just, I really like this one. I know, I mean, we did this one, right? The 701. Some people, well, first of all, this is satin, not stonewash, and you can tell, oh God, how crapped up the blade looks now. Thank you very much. But I like satin, and this has got this. This is my Seattle Seahawks knife, right? So if you're a Seattle Seahawks fan, you must buy this knife from me. You must. Or Blade HQ or wherever, you know, this is it. This is your team knife. Seattle Seahawks. What colors? Navy and green, maybe? There you go. So you could just do this in navy, all the titanium, it'd be your Seahawks knife. Okay, stop it. But yeah, that's cool. I like that knife because I love that crazy blade. But this is cool. This is also very like primitive looking, like it's the front of some kind of bug or beast or something, right? But it's a big blade too. This is like 4 inches, just like the 701 over there. And Green G10, I've kind of repeated myself on that. But it's, see, that's not blue. So they didn't do all the hardware in blue, which is kind of a little odd that they did this. And then they funkied out on the hardware, the screws and the pivot to just gray. Where like if you look at this one, this all got kind of bronzed all the way around, or gold all the way around. Kind of weird, huh? This looks like a leaf. Doesn't that look like a leaf? Yeah, weird. In any case, so, but you know, I've reviewed the 703 and the 716. I'm trying to remember the numbers. So you got the 701, 706, 703, 716. They're all G10, titanium hardware, larger knives, close to 4 inches, all of them, as far as blade length, and liner locks. Yeah. So you can get the stonewash. You can get like partially black bladed, you know, and different color scales with different color, of course, titanium accents, that kind of thing. So, wow. My head's spinning. I mean, you get all 4 of those budget knives in every iteration. You'd probably have 30 knives or more. Yeah, 4-inch. Yeah, that's 4 inches all day long, which is 10 centimeters. And overall, 9 inches right on the nose, right? And almost 23 centimeters. Yeah. And how fat are you? Well, 15 millimeters fat. A little over that. Almost 6/10 of an inch. Blade stock. Can we come in and do that? Yeah, 0.15. 4 millimeters. So yeah, heavy blade stock, beautiful stonewash, D2. Very sharp. Yeah, really nice and sharp. Good working edge off of these boys. Really great. I'm going to get some of this stuff out of here. Oh my God. Really? Garbage all over the place now. Here we go. That's what we get for cutting with knives, making a mess. I like it though. I really do. Linerlock, ceramic bearing, ceramic detent. The flipping action is incredible. Although, you know, the one thing about this, you can use that thumb hold to open the knife. And that indicates to me that the detent is not real strong on this knife. Probably about a 6.5. Yeah, you can gravity flip it. Yeah, just like that. Which is not that big a deal. I mean, you know, do you want a stronger detent? No, probably not on this knife. Not on this knife. Schwack. Wow. Yeah, do you have a little room for a lanyard in there? Maybe like 4 or 5 of them. It's like, what did they cut the butt off of this thing? It's like, I'm sorry, did we put a prosthetic in here? Did you lose your ass? I don't know. It's just, if you took that away, wouldn't that look funny? I mean, it's like something's collapsed. You know, the air went out of the bag. I don't know. But, you know, so they bring the backspacer across, which is nice. You've got meaningful traction on this backspacer, but it's kind of cool that they finish that line on the knife with that, but that they thought to do a cutaway, bring that out, make it available for a lanyard, or 2 or 3, God only knows. Another thing I like about these pocket clips in general on these, they're not real obtuse. They're not like, they don't take over the design of the knife. I like that. But they ain't moving because they're inset into this G10 handle. See that? So they're not moving. They're right there. But, you know, they're flexible, you know. But they'll stay clipped to your pants. Not too bad, though. It's just the way they set these up. See that pocket clip, same as well. I mean, good Lord. Same pocket clip. Looks like to me. Same hardware all the way through. You know, that kind of helps with expenses and ease of manufacturing when you use the same hardware. Now this is different, this backspacer, but see, that's got some standoffs here with a backspacer. This is different. Wraps around. Feels good in the hand. You got some stuff here to grab onto. It's fat enough that way. Big knife. Reverse grip. Great. No hot spots. And one good thing about the linerlock is this flipping action is undetoured because you're not pushing on a frame. So, you know, if you grab a knife hard enough, sometimes you'll push that lock bar in and that detent ball will really be tough to let go then because you're putting pressure on there. You're not trying to, but it's just kind of the way you're holding the knife. And if you're under pressure or stress to deploy the knife, it'll be even worse. But with this, that's not a problem. Plus, you have an unbroken canvas on the backside for, you know, design, style. It's not broken up line-wise with the lock bar being separate, you know, cut away. So that's nice too. I like these proprietary hardware. I mean, I like them stylistically. I understand that it's kind of a pain in the butt. But, I mean, you know, one thing about even these lower cost knives, and these sell for about like $100 online. They're supposed to be like, I don't know, 120 or something. But, you know, $100, you know, that's not really that bad of a price, especially for all titanium. Oh, and you've got, you know, a liner up and liner down inside here. Steel liners, both ways, top and bottom. Of course, you got the bottom one, but see that? So, I mean, there's rigidity there, there's strength, and there's heft. There's heft, all right. And then, so in the pouch, you get the proprietary tool, you get the card, you get the cloth, which is nice. And, you know, the knife goes into this plastic and in this pouch. But, I mean, this is as nice as if you get the expensive WE knives. You know, it's the same setup. So you're getting just as nice a stuff with the tool and all that, the cloth, the zipper pouch. But you're getting a really nice knife. And these knives are, yeah, let's take a measurement. But these are not light. They're not light. They're not like office carry, real light and easy. No, not that much. So 6 ounces. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, the light killing you on that. There you go, 6 ounces. So how many grams? 169 grams. You know, I guess when it gets in the 180s and stuff, then it's pretty, and over 200, but you know, 169, it's just a little over the 5 ounce area. So, you know, if you just lift it a little bit, see, it's a lot lighter now. Just kidding. Okay, so, but you know what? This dog right here, this one, you think this one's light? No, not really. There you go. Well, 3/10 of an ounce, you know, but they're both the same size, pretty much. Check it out. Yeah, same size knives. Big old 9-inch overall, 4-inch blade. This one, of course, satin grind. And this one, stone wash, less of a fingerprint magnet. You know, hard to say which one is really more usable from an all-around utilitarian. I mean, I could see chopping a lot of things, slicing a lot of things with this one. This one, yeah, you could do that too. This is, you know, you have the ability, if you're cutting down cardboard boxes or something, you need to pierce through to cut down. Well, this would be, you know, more your style. This, you'd kind of have to come in like that. So this is different. I mean, different purposes. I like these little cutouts in the blade where you can access them with your thumb if you want. You know, and they open great because the D10's not that hard. So you can go either way on these, or gravity open them, gravity flip them. So that's good too. I just really like them. So, you know, this will complete like four different models of the WE. I'm calling them their less expensive knives, budget knives, I guess, depending on how you define budget. $100, that budget. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the pricier part of budget, but, you know, I mean, like, you look at the Kaiser, and this one is under. I mean, this is around $70 or less. So, you know, this is the Sovereign, but this is their less expensive. You know, this is more their budget line. Good knife, though. Smaller knife, you know, just comparison. This is kind of your normal EDC thing. See, much bigger knife. This Kaiser is. I mean, the Wee knife. Yeah, much bigger knife. Pivot to pivot. Butt to butt. We're backing them up a little bit. Yeah. This is the Vanguard series, of course. And this is just numbers. This is what drives me crazy about Wee knives. I guess maybe I'll say that is, I've got a buddy who's really into Wee knives, and he likes them. And of course, Hank over that Knife Collector 031, the Netherlands, he's got a YouTube channel. Very good, really sharp guy. And he's the Wee knife rep in Europe. And we're all three friends. And when my buddy in New York, Wes, he's kind of in between me and the Netherlands, but we all talk. And he's like, well, what do you think about that 614? How about that 708? And blah, blah, blah. And it's like, see, I understand when when you say Sovereign or you say the Thor or something like that. But when you start throwing numbers out, this is really what's crazy about Wee knives. It's a lot of numbers, and I don't remember. Somebody says Spyderco Para or military or the Draper knife or, the Cold Steel Frenzy or, you know what I mean? Names are easier to remember than numbers. So, sorry, I didn't want to rag on that all day, but it's just like when somebody says, Tough Light, I get that. It's not a number. I mean, they do have a model number, but it's a knife. And that draws an image in my head immediately. When you start, it drives me crazy because I tell him, I go, Wes, dude, I'm not keeping up with you. I can't even visualize all these knives because there's so many numbers going. So I'm doing well to know that this is the 706. We did the 701. I've reviewed the 703 and the 716. It's like, done. 708's the Crambit. I'm trying to keep up, but I'm getting old and I'm losing more brain cells than I'm getting. So it just is a little tougher for me. Tell me about the Buckmaster. I know what the Buckmaster knife is. Just saying. Names are easier than numbers. I don't know. Maybe old Nick Shabazz ought to do a knife gripes on manufacturers that use numbers instead of names. Because it is kind of a legitimate point of contention, isn't it? And from a marketing standpoint, I think there's something to be said for, talking about names than numbers. Absolutely. I'm sitting here in my head going, yeah, I know, Gerber Trident. Just all these different names come to you can visualize the knife. You start throwing a bunch of numbers out, I just can't keep up with it. Especially Wee knives are just, they've got a lot of models out. And then you get them in different handle colors. Whether they're a titanium frame lock or they're a G10, there's like 4 different handle colors, stonewash satin, partially black blade, on and on. There's probably 6 iterations of every model. If you got like 30 or 35 models, you've got 200 plus knives, combinations of. But, they're making really great stuff. I love it. And, I've got another one coming in we'll talk about next week. But these are, I just like these because, look at this. This is tough stuff. Just like this G10 period, it's great because, I've had this one sliding around on the table for a while. It looks brand new. This just doesn't get jacked up like tie does, like, a titanium scale. You can scratch that real easy. This one, not so much. not so much. And this is a stone wash, and this seems to be pretty durable actually here. Just saying. But you like the lines? It's good. It's well centered. No blade play. No lock rock. They come right out of the pouch, ready to go. It's not like you got to break the pivot in or you got to put more oil. You can if you want, but I mean they're good. I mean the action's great. They're really set up. They're really ready to go. No messing with them really required at all. Yeah. So you're paying maybe for that, but you're getting it. You're getting it as well. So say what you may, and I don't know if anybody's got a problem with WE knives. I mean, they're great. They've come in. They're kicking butt. They're taking names. They really are. Them and Stedman and Kaiser, and I'm looking forward to the new Kaiser models coming out soon. Just crazy, crazy good. So it gives you a lot of options. And if you have the sickness, that's not good. The knife addiction thing, because this is just, it's not doing you any good. It's drawing you deeper and deeper into the addiction, which there are worse things. There are worse things, my friends. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. You know what we do? We love them knives. Stay sharp.